All right, so we're gonna do a reaction video when it comes to the Errol Spence Jr. side of the game. You know what I'm saying? I was very interested to see first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, if this particular headline or title of the video is accurate. I have not watched this yet. As always, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go ahead and watch this in real time with the Black Goose family. Because that's what the type of time we on, baby. We keep it solid, we keep it pure, we keep it pretty, we keep it beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But I'm interested to see if he directly mentions Crawford. He has anything to say to Crawford. If you know what I'm saying, if there's any diss in there, if he calls him out, because Earl Spence, man. It's no disrespect in any type of way. I think it's his personality, but he's the type of dude, you know what I'm saying? If he doesn't feel like it's in his favor or benefit, if he's not that top dog or if he's not looked at that way, he kind of doesn't address certain things. You know what I'm saying? He'll kind of give it like a side eye type shit, passive aggressive type approach to the situation. At least that's how it looks from the outside in, man. A lot of times it seems as if like I know he has no problem wanting to fight Terence Crawford, but it's like in his head, he probably knows how many hurdles and hoops you have to jump through just to get, that particular fight to be made or even get, paperwork in front of both. So I feel like he knows that. So he's like, man, I ain't going to keep wasting my breath and calling him out or making it seem like I'm really wanting to fight. And he's the one who's ducking when, I'm saying at the end of the day, I understand it's a business and I understand that the business and the promotional companies ain't on the same page when it comes to that. So he's like, why exhaust, my vocal cords on talking about some shit that I already know that's probably not going to happen. I ain't got no control over it. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the case, but that's just let's just say that's fluence, giving you an inside look of what I think possibly Errol Spence is thinking and why he responds certain ways when it comes to particular questions and, Terence Crawford's of the world and Keith Thurman's. I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm right or wrong. Who cares? What this is about is to hear what Errol Spence said in regards to Terence Crawford and Boots Ennis. Let's listen, shall we?
Crawford, we saw you walk off. It was kind of funny, your reaction. What were you thinking in your reaction to the fight and everything, Errol, in that moment?
I felt like it was a good fight. I really just walked out because
Sounds tired, man. Sounds tired. He's probably working his ass off in camp right now, man.
I feel like it was just a premature stoppage and and things.
He's in the middle of that weight cut too. You can tell, man. Talk a little bit slower, so he's tired from all the work he's putting in from the training camp. He's in the middle of the weight cut. You can tell. You can tell, man. You can tell, man. I got nothing but respect for athletes, but it's, specifically boxers, man. To push your body so hard for a period of time, as well as doing a weight cut, I can only imagine, and doing media. Shit, man. I be having trouble just doing my little shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot to post that video. I'm gonna post that for you because I was struggling with my workout today. I was so tired and shit. I was like, oh, I gotta come do videos. It was like I can only imagine what they go through, man. It's Jesus.
Like that and a lot of other stuff I don't, feel like getting into. But I just feel like it was a premature stoppage and
what I just said about Earl.
His dad just stopped the fight. What's the point? I don't think he should have. And Sean put on a good showing. He's fighting pretty well. And I didn't think it was a premature stoppage, so
You mentioned at the presser about being.
Remember, his father stopped it, so it wasn't a premature stoppage on the ref's part, but he felt like his father shouldn't have thrown in the towel at the time. But let's be real, we knew how that was going to end. If he didn't throw in the towel, Terence would have ended it. So, you can say that. Anybody can say that, you know what I'm saying, and take away from Terence Crawford's victory, but I'm pretty sure Errol Spence deep down knows that even if they didn't stop it, where that would have headed.
And becoming undisputed at 47, does that mean Crawford is on the hit list before you move up?
Yeah, I mean, definitely so. If we can get that fight made, it'll get made. But if not, then it is what it is. Not gonna do it over, but it's something that I want to be undisputed. So we'll see.
Do you, and because you've shown how much you love the history of the sport, do you feel like?
I won't lie to you, man. And I watched a lot of Earl's interviews. You know what I'm saying, especially pre-fight things like that. And he's never like too emotional or trying to bring a whole lot of energy to his interviews. That's not him. And usually he's pretty, he got that slow Southern drawl to an extent when he does respond. But I feel like this particular energy, he's a lot slower than usual. But I'm putting that on. He probably had a pretty intense training day today, and probably the weight cut is getting to him.
That's something you need to accomplish to be an all-time great at welterweight with the Trinidads and the Ray Robinsons and all those guys.
No, I don't think it's something I need to be an all-time great, because I don't think Trinidad and a lot of those guys was undisputed, were they?
No, Trinidad had the same 2 belts you have after he beat De La Hoya, the WBC.
Yeah, I don't think Trinidad, De La Hoya, Floyd, a lot of these guys, a lot of the greats, won undisputed, especially in the 4-belt era. So, I don't think, it's something that, just that I need like that. But, it's something that I definitely want, why not?
That's interesting. Now, I never take this because, like I said, we understand, Earl's never really he's never overly emotional. He never tries to, be extra. It's weird, too, watching him now. It's like my tone, and it's because, I'm a sales guy. So naturally, when I hear someone talking a certain way, I start to match, their energy and their tone, because that's the best way to get the sell. Anyways, it's interesting to saying that, and I like his honesty, and I like him being truthful. Where he's like, I don't think those guys had, undisputed or Trent James. Like, right, we had the 2 belts. So he was just honest about it. He's like, look, don't put any type of pressure or force something on me and try to make me be, or try to make it seem like I need to do this and this and that to be great. He was like, if I continue down my path, I can be great. Terence Crawford, he echoes the same sentiments. But it is interesting the take Errol Spence is doing, because it almost seems as if he's kind of concluded in his head that being undisputed is probably damn near impossible with all the hurdles and hoops needed to be jumped through.
But, if it can't happen, then, it is what it is.
And lastly, man, Ennis, he's in like the same spot you were before the Kell Brook fight. Is that a fight you think happens before your run at 147 is done as well? And what do you think of that fight?
I think it's a great fight. I like Boots. He's a guy that can really fight. Special talent. A guy that put on a great performance in his fights, and it's a fight that I don't know that it'll happen or not. I mean, he got to break through that door like
Exactly.
I did. And,
Yep. And I think by the time he does that, he's gonna be gone.
Mandatory, so
or he's gonna be moving up a weight.
We'll see what happens, but for right now, I'm the king 147, so
he got to make his way.
We'll definitely see.
All right, I'm gonna keep it right there, man. I'm not gonna go any too longer, man. I want to hear, what do you guys think about this particular interview? You know what I'm saying? Basically talking about Terence Crawford versus Sean Porter. He felt like it was a premature stoppage. Obviously, he had other sentiments, but he said, I'm gonna keep those to myself. No need to get in all that. I think also, too, he's probably ready for this interview to be done the way he was talking. But, and then how do you feel about when it comes to, the interviewer, the reporter, he asked him, do you feel like you need to beat Terence Crawford? You need to become undisputed to, cement your legacy like a, Trinidad, et cetera, et cetera. And he's like, no, I don't think so, which was a very honest answer. And I agree with him when it comes to that. But what do you guys think about him, responding that way? And then when it comes to Boots, like, Errol's a straight shooter, man. You know what I'm saying? In some senses, I do think he's a little passive aggressive, but I don't think that's absolute. I don't think that's like he's doing that in a way to, come off a certain way. But I think he just understands that there's just levels. There's business side of boxing that we as fans won't understand, and the media won't necessarily want to entertain. So he's like, I'm not even gonna go there with it. You feel me? So what do you guys feel about this, man? I actually agree with him when it comes to Boots too, man. I think Boots has a different generation when it comes to 47. Like I said in the video yesterday, the little joints I was dropping, I was like, who you guys think, in 5 years when it's all said and done between Spence, Ugas, Thurman, Terence Crawford of the world, who we're gonna really say, okay, that was that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because all of them kind of like, I don't see them, all the dudes I name, I'm like, I don't see them, trying to be at that top level, high level 4 years, 5 years from now, where like Boots, Virgil Ortiz, et cetera, et cetera. They're gonna be those guys. So I think we're talking about two different things. But what do you guys think? It doesn't matter what I think. I want to know what you guys think, man. Hit the comment section below. Like the goddamn video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family. I'm up out of here.